title as if it was his first one. That's something that characterizes Lewandowski, this special motivation to do the best all the time. For me, the championship trophy, handing it over last season, was my last action of handing over trophy to Robert Lewandowski, because I'm leaving DFL, but I'm certain Robert will receive many more trophies in future, and therefore, congratulations, Robert.
Well, of course, we couldn't agree more, but before that, we enjoy this outstanding 41-goal Bundesliga season of Robert Lewandowski, as Thomas Müller once called him.
A moment very long in the making.
It's going to fall for Lewandowski, and finally he does it! The record they said would never be broken is now his, and his alone!
Robert Lewandowski and his historic 41-goal season.
He is a Bundesliga legend.
Never resting on his laurels, always pushing the envelope that bit further. Even before this extraordinary season, Robert Lewandowski had won everything. Champions League, Bundesliga, DFB Cup, UEFA Super Cup, Club World Cup, rounding out 2020 by topping the annual poll for Best FIFA Player. But even for him, one record looks like perhaps forever remaining a mountain too high. Gerd Müller's 40 league goals from back in 1971-72. On the other hand, if you wanted badly enough, the hunt began at an incredible pace. After matchday 5, he had 10 goals already.
Finished off by Lewandowski. Another Lewandowski hat-trick. He's now on 22 goals in the first half of a Bundesliga season.
From there, he just kept going.
It's Lewandowski!
On matchday 26 against Stuttgart, Lewandowski rattled in a hat-trick, taking him up to 35 for the season.
And Lewandowski, another hat-trick!
Gerd Müller's record now firmly in his sights.
I have to stay calm. I don't want to make so big pressure on my head now and do it my job.
But then he injured his knee on international duty for Poland. The end of the record hunt? Not a bit of it. 4 goals in his first 2 games back against Mainz and Mönchengladbach, and on the penultimate matchday at Freiburg, his shot at a share of history.
Robert Lewandowski to equal the record! Robert Lewandowski is now a legend, and he knows who he's got to thank. Gerd Müller.
The final game of the season against Augsburg. 1 goal required for a new all-time record. Chances were spurned, good chances, until the very last minute.
It's going to fall for Lewandowski! And finally he does it! In the very last game of the season, he smashed it!
If you want to break so legendary record, maybe you need this drama. I don't know, I cannot explain. I still don't believe, but maybe tomorrow, maybe even 1-2 weeks later, I'm understood what I did.
A quite phenomenal achievement, also in the eyes of a fellow Bayern legend.
Incredible. Who'd really have thought he'd crack the record of Der Bomber? It's the absolute determination to score the next goal. Keeping at it, that makes him special.
The legendary Lewandowski, the most voracious of goal grabbers, a hunger from which even his own new benchmark is not safe.
Right, and he's started rather well, 5 matches, 7 goals, so a player on his way to become a legend. Maybe that's what he does. And I'm sure that the president of the FC Bayern Munich will say more words of praise. Let's welcome Herbert Hainer.
Ladies and gentlemen, football fans, Robert Lewandowski. As the president of FC Bayern Munich, it is a great honor for me today to give the speech in praise of our goal scorer, Robert Lewandowski, who has won the Golden Shoe for the 2020-2021 season as the best European footballer. He more than earned it. Together with this award, we shall always remember that the last season was something unique, something historic that was achieved. Very few people have thought that the 40 goals scored by Gerd Müller in the Bundesliga would ever be beaten. 41 goals, however. And that means, even though he missed 5 matches because of injury. Robert, on behalf of FC Bayern Munich, heartfelt thanks and congratulations on this outstanding achievement. The phenomenon Robert Lewandowski, ladies and gentlemen, needs little explanation, but I'll take you on a little historic tour. 22nd of September 2015, almost 6 years ago to the day. In Munich, people were celebrating at the Oktoberfest. There was no COVID-19 at the time. And in the Allianz Arena, Robert Lewandowski was playing Wolfsburg, and Robert was changed and put on the field. He came along like a force of nature. We were losing 0-1 at the time, but within 3.5 minutes he scored 2 goals. I was sitting on the stands and I thought, what is happening there? Isn't he going to stop scoring goals? Well, in the end, he had to stop because the referee, of course, after 19 minutes, blew the whistle. And by then, Robert Lewandowski had scored 5 goals, and I'm certain that if the game had continued, he'd have scored even more, because this is someone who never stops. Robert Lewandowski, for me, is a perpetuum mobile. In historical dimensions, people who were celebrating the Oktoberfest a few miles away really missed this spectacle of that evening. With the match against Wolfsburg, Robert Lewandowski at the time put himself in the Guinness Book of Record 4 times. For me, that match says a great deal about why this man is so good. He simply doesn't stop. He will not stop scoring goals, and he will not stop giving everything. And the fans, all of us, are full of admiration and joy when we see these many, many goals that he has been scoring on the highest level for years now. Kylian Mbappé or Cristiano Ronaldo in the same period scored 76 goals. Erling Haaland 73, Lionel Messi 69. Robert Lewandowski in that time scored 113 times. And that is something that has not been achieved before, but it's the reward for the extremely hard work that is put into it. All of us see the goals. Very few see how Robert Lewandowski gives everything in his life in order to make these huge achievements. This work ethos, the determination, the 24 hours, 7 days a week professionalism, these impressed not just me tremendously. Robert is never 100% satisfied. And that is a trait that goes beyond football for him. Robert will not stop, whether it's at the university, where he was taking his degree, or with the many initiatives off the pitch. And all of this is accompanied by a perfection for detail. Only in this way can you stand out from the elite of the best of the best. On the pitch, Robert makes everything look easy. It doesn't look like work. It's elegant, efficient, like no one else. That's how he does his job. And, by the way, next week, the new James Bond will be in the cinemas. And Robert will think of that film figure many times, full of style, difficult to calculate with, and always ready. And at the same time, a team player. And that is something you have which is better than the secret agent. Everyone likes someone like this in his team. And that is why Robert Lewandowski last year was justifiably named Footballer of the Year, World Footballer of the Year. Even so, he's become even better. It is incredible that on this level he can continue, and of course this year too, Robert is one of the most serious candidates for the title of Footballer of the Year. There are players that people talk about decades after their career. Robert Lewandowski will be one of those players. Robert, I know that it has not been an easy path for you. In your home club in Poland, the pitch, I was told, was more like a potato field. You had to interrupt summer training units because you couldn't see anything for dust. And at the time, when people were having difficulties, you were in a disadvantage, and at the same time, your mother had to bring up you and your sister alone, because at 16 you sadly lost your father. He, I'm sure, would have been very, very proud of you. And I'm sure not just today, but also for your entire career. You once said that in your eyes, it's important if you don't get everything fed with a golden spoon from the very beginning, because only in this way can you grow yourself, and in this way you can accept and be grateful for everything life gives you. Robert, you can be very proud of your achievements as a sportsman and of yourself as a human being and personality. You've got a wonderful family. Welcome to your wife, Anna, at this point, who is also a remarkable personality. And for you, I'm sure the most valuable and best partner one could ever wish for. I've heard that after every match, the two of you analyze your performance, and I've heard what Anna said to you after the Championship League in Lisbon at the time. She couldn't be there because of COVID, and she said to you, then in that case you have to win the Champions League again. Anna, thank you for that wonderful piece of coaching. And Robert, just follow the instructions. You, Robert, are a source of inspiration for the other players, for all of us at FC Bayern, and for all football fans out there in the world. Yesterday in Kicker, I saw the headline for the trophy. The shoe that is only for the biggest foot. The golden shoe is made for you. I'm glad you're with us, and let us continue writing history together. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you very much. Now the great moment. Please come up to the stage. The winner of the Golden Shoe 2021, Robert Lewandowski.
Well done.
Is it heavy? It is well deserved. Congratulations.
Thank you. Heavy, isn't it? Well, congratulations. The best goal scorer in Europe 2021. Did you ever think that such a shoe would make you so happy?
I must say, I'm very proud, I'm very happy. And in the season when I scored that historic number of goals, 41 goals, that was one moment when, for the first time, I didn't think I would ever manage it because of the time when I was injured. But then I thought, well, I'm so close to that record that however many matches I get, when I get back, I've got to believe positively and believe, quite simply, that I can score 41 goals. And in that way, match Gerd Müller, who is someone I admire very much, is something tremendous. And I must say words of thanks to the other players, because the trophy is due also to the other players in the team and the coach, and it's something that we achieved together. And I must also thank my wife, because she is a key figure for me. And she's a source of motivation. Sometimes it can't be too good, but I've heard some nice words from the president of the club today. Also lovely moments for me, something very personal. And I must say, it doesn't matter where you come from, how small you are, how stupid you are. You just have to believe that you can achieve something great. And I know there was hard work when I was little, and also when I got a bit older, we had to work hard with Claudia Volk, and also had to work together. And if you work together with people properly, with someone you're playing with, you can know that team spirit can work well. And I think what we did back in 2020 was good, and last season is not the end of the story, and we'll see where we go from there.
Well, we have seen the 40th goal in Freiburg, the penalty, but the 41 goal, the historical goal, we want to look back at it. It was the 22nd May, the last match of the season against Augsburg. You knew if you would hit it, you would be the record holder. How did you sleep that night, or are you so cool, so focused?
No, it's something that you can't put aside. But in the preparation, it was different. And I thought this record was in the air, but it was still a tremendous achievement by Gerd Müller, who after 50 years, I knew that I had a great chance of matching it, and I must say that the expectations and the pressure is something I'd never experienced. And of course, pressure can be good for you as well, but I've seen that there was something special, and I'd never experienced that when scoring a goal before. It was something very special, and now to be on a level with Gerd Müller, I'd never thought something like that could happen, and that I only played 29 matches and scored the 40 goals. It is still something that I can't really believe. Perhaps a few years later, sitting on a sofa, I'll be able to look back and think, well, I was focused on each match, but I was facing the next challenge as well. But I know this is a prize that I've won, and I'm very proud and satisfied, and I know that I have to continue. There's more to win.
Trophies are a reminder of what you've achieved already, which will go on. In order to break such a fabulous record, you need, as you said, a good team, but also a good coach. And Hansi Flick, unfortunately, cannot be here today, but he sent this message.
Robert, the next title is due. You scored the 41 goals to get the Golden Shoe. I was able to support you for 2 years, and in every training session, I saw your professionalism, your determination, and your absolute enthusiasm, determination to score goals. Thank you for everything you did, and for the future, continue with your success for Bayern Munich.
Hansi Flick, he came and won everything that you could possibly win with you. And you also had the best Bundesliga games, 41 goals. That's not just by chance, is it?
Yes, well, I think the fact that we won so much is a huge achievement. Of course, we won everything, yes. But you know that in football, it doesn't matter what you've won. What is important is what you can still win. And then all of us who are playing for Bayern Munich know that we mustn't think too much about what has happened. What matters is what will happen in the future. That's why it's important for me as well to look at the 2022 season. The way we played in the past and how we won, that was one step where we can show the whole world that Bayern Munich is there to be reckoned with. And next season we'll be there as well, in order to win and be successful. And I hope that happens.
So on the one hand, there is this machine, Robert Lewandowski, on the pitch, but there is the other side. There is the daddy of two kids and the husband. We heard about it. How much strength do you get from your family and your wife?
I must say, quite honestly, that the strength in my family comes from my wife and daughters. There are certain moments in football when you lose and you come home and you can still see two smiling faces, happy that daddy's come home. And the problems disappear. You can forget them more easily and focus on the family. And I must say, living with my wife and children is a different life from life on the pitch. And I share everything with my family. And I know that they support me tremendously. And they have done the whole time. I know what it means. And they see every day how hard I have to work in order to continue with my success. And so that I can achieve what I show on the pitch.
Your wife, Anna, is with you today. Anna, he just said that you see every day how much time and hard work goes into it in order to be standing here to receive the trophy. You were a professional athlete as well, 29 medals in karate. How proud are you of your husband's achievement?
So, of course, I am so proud of Robbie.
Ich bin natürlich stolz auf Robbie. Er ist eine ganz erstaunliche Person. Er ist auch ein ganz toller Vater, ein Freund und ein wunderbarer Gatte. Und jeden Tag sehe ich, wie hart er arbeiten muss, damit er seinen Traum erfüllen kann. Und er ist eine Inspiration für uns. Ich bin sehr stolz. I truly believe that, but there is somebody else without whom you wouldn't be standing here, and now we are going to listen to him.
Hello. So long. You see how long it takes. Award. Germany. So it is a huge. I'm a bit proud of you.
Alles gut.
Final. And Klopp against Liverpool.
That would also be a good opportunity if we get to the final. Then I hope at the end of the day that, well, we've got to beat others.
One goal of yours would be enough. At 2010, Jürgen Klopp got you to the Bundesliga, from Lech Posen to the BVB Dortmund. Was he more than a coach for you?
The first few months, I said, weren't easy for me. Obviously, it's a new country, new team, new players. For me, everything was new. And also a new speed, a new burden from the training sessions Jürgen Klopp. It was a bit hard. And I just wanted to show that I can do it all. And of course, it took 2 or 3 months. Perhaps the beginning was a bit difficult, but I still wanted to show that I can do things well. And I remember precisely one moment, I think it was in November, almost December, where we'd had a few difficult weeks, and in training I showed my performance that I had shown after 2 or 3 weeks. I said, right, now I can handle the stress from Jürgen, and now I can focus on my position and show what I can do. And later on I learned from him not just what happens on the pitch, but also off the pitch. He was a man, and for me as a young player at the time, I saw him as a father figure, and I could talk to him, and it was a perfect moment. We had a chat after a championship game, a match when I'd not played very well, and we spoke for almost 2 hours, and I said, what can I do better, what does he expect from me? And that kind of discussion was very encouraging for me. Later on I scored goals in Bundesliga, and then we scored 4 goals by the end.
Good job. A 2-hour talk, and you're doing a hat-trick.
At the time, I didn't understand everything in German, but it was important for me that we were able to talk to one another. And I could see his body language. That was also problematic for me at the beginning. Perhaps it is one aspect that is different from one country to another, but later on I was able to show on the pitch what I showed in training.
So he hasn't been your coach for 7 years. Are you still in contact? Do you sometimes seek his advice?
Yes, we're still in touch. Jürgen is not just a good coach, but also a great man. And he always keeps an eye on me, and I stay in contact. And then we talk on the phone. My wife also met him on holiday, and we were able to talk, and it's good to have long-term contacts.
Well, heard it, the first season in the Bundesliga was a very, very tough one. 18 goals, that's what you're doing in 6-7 matches in the Bundesliga now. Last year, 2020, you arrived at the very top in a way. You became a world football player, and the one who presented the award also wants to send a message now.
Robert, it is a special pleasure and a great honor for me to congratulate you once again, this time for the award of the Golden Shoe as the best European goal scorer. 41 goals. That broke an historic Bundesliga record set by Gerd Müller, the nation's bomber, as he was known, who tragically went from us recently. And our thoughts, of course, are always with the nation's bomber, his family, his friends, with all football fans. And today we are paying tribute to you, Robert. An excellent, a fantastic performance. For many years, you have shown what you can do, both for your club and within your national team. Recently, you were officially voted the best player in the world with the FIFA Best Award, and now, of course, the Golden Shoe. It's well deserved. You are a personable chap, you're highly professional, and I wish, like all football fans throughout the world, we wish you all the best. Carry on scoring as many goals as you can. And of course, stay healthy as well. and we hope to see you soon again. All the best. Bye.
Gianni Infantino, the president of FIFA, sends his best regards and congratulations to you and the Golden Shoes. So you are in top form, the form of your life. The trophies increase in number. I hear that it's staying here at the Bayern Munich, but are there limits for you?
Well, for me, it's not a question of how old or how young you are. What matters is what you still want to achieve. And numbers are just that, numbers. And I know that with my experience and my potential as well, you can become better. And what we've achieved in the last few years, what we've won, it's a time which is probably going to be the best time to look back on. But for me personally, I don't know whether it's going to be the best time in my football career. There are still some years to come, and I hope I can continue. And this means I don't know what I'll achieve.
Will you play in Bayern Munich, or could you imagine to go somewhere else? You're looking at me with big eyes.
I've got a contract with Bayern, and I want to achieve a lot with Bayern. There's a lot we're hoping for this season. We've got a super coach, a super staff, ideas where we all want to go. And I think that we as players, with the coach and the staff, we are all focused, and we're talking about 2020, yes. We can still win a lot this season. But winning twice would be even better.
Absolutely. So maybe you have to break your own record now, 42 goals. So first of all, congratulations. I think the golden ball would go well with the golden shoe, my personal opinion. I would like you all to come up to the stage, all sitting in the first row, Mr. Heiner, Mr. Kahn, to take a picture, and all the other present here. And I want to thank you, the audience, and the golden shoe fits Robert Lewandowski perfectly, and we are going to wait and see what else he can add. Thank you all.
Dankeschön. Dankeschön. Vielen Dank.
Kleine Vorwarnung wäre nett gewesen, ne?